No, guys, I've never seen anybody being embarrassed by a show like that. When you're talking about Tumi Morake, that show of hers that is Sunday Sexy Love is just beyond words. Now, it may be not be her fault actually that this whole thing is crumbling down the way that it is, because now if you remember when Tall Esmo was speaking to Tato, he said that actually, you know what, he's actually doing the shows and then he goes and sell them out after doing the whole thing of preparing them, editing them, and then they're actually ready to be aired. So now after being ready to be aired, so he just goes on and market them, and then somebody will buy them and then they will be aired, right? It doesn't matter how long the show has been done or how current is it. So now with Tumi Morake's show, I believe that it's one of those, because now it just doesn't make sense that the way that these couples are fumbling, when we're talking about Tumi Morake herself, I believe the people that are behind this whole thing of her concept, that are helping her or working together with her, they actually have a faith in her, which of she's actually someone who's got a specialty in this whole thing that she's doing. She's been married for quite a long time, and then she's been conquering the industry, alongside her husband, because they're both celebrities, right? So now she's actually bringing these celebrities to come and talk about their sexuality, their love life, and then there's someone actually who's there talking about analyzing the whole thing, how they behave, and then how do they actually relate with each other, the couples now, So now I'll be talking about the few that are actually out of love right now, and that we knew somehow that it will happen, or we anticipated that it will happen. So now, when I was searching around, I saw Boiti and Anthony. So with their love, actually, I believe that they're not together anymore because of the way that they were behaving. It was like actually they're not living in a relationship. What can I say, moment. It was like they are actually in a honeymoon stage ever since throughout their love life, relationship, if you may say. I've never seen them actually slowing down like any other couple that we know that, okay, Anthony and Boiti, they're together, and then we see them just doing the love thing that other couples are doing, except they were touring all the time, and then whenever that you see them, they were doing something special. It wasn't like you'll just see the picture of them just flaunting with each other and that's all. There has to be a reason behind their content. Why would they post the picture? So now I did cover that. If you go to my old videos about their love, actually, that I, even before there were rumors that they were gonna go separate, I already analyzed it and it did happen. I'm not a witch anyway, but anyway, I was right all along that actually their love won't sustain the way that it didn't. So now I saw them in the show and I'm like, hey, but okay, they're there and they're no longer together now, right? So we talk about Tolesmo. Tolesmo, we know that he recently came out also talking about him and Momi. They're no longer together. They're actually filing for divorce and all that. So now already their relationship, if you see where Momi was talking about this whole thing of them, she was actually talking about that she did warn more, saying that if you ever want to go for someone, you want to steal some saucy love, choose very well. Don't choose anybody who's going to embarrass you. Where did it lead him? In the court case of rape and all that. So now already they're no longer together, right? Now we talk about Nonku Williams. her and that Skebenga allegedly guy, already people, when she came fronting the love that she's together with Matamara, already people were like, why are you doing that? I mean, already the show has given you a platform where you can showcase yourself, how you are and all that. My dude, this is the exit to Sfiso Ncwane. So now people were actually expecting the best from her. Instead, she went from good boy to bad boy like that, because other people were even talking about what he actually meant as you. That's how bad it is. And whenever they were together, you'd see that she was strongly saying or marketing the fact that this guy looks like Skebenga for real. So now, it ended up being a bad one between them. They're no longer together, but the show keeps on coming and bringing them on the table, and showing us their love and all that. So now, already you just knew when they were coming that it won't end well, this one. You just knew that this relationship is going nowhere, right? We all anticipated on that, and it ended up being like that. Now we go to SK Khoza and her Madam UK Madam. So now it didn't end well also. Already SK Khoza is a bad boy, when it comes to this thing of sex scenes and all that. Already the pressure was on in this relationship. Can you believe? When I'm talking about this one of part of having the sexual scenes and all that, I remember when Salamina was talking to her husband, actually, I was talking about coming clean, actually, that even if it takes you how long, it doesn't matter if it takes you how long to have a sexual screen, whatever encounter, it always leaves a bad taste to your spouse's mouth. You never get to used to it that what, Hausa has been kissing someone for 10 years right now. I have to be okay with that, and I have to know that they're no longer together, or they're not together. It's just on-screen love. It just doesn't, as a person, you don't have that switch on and off button. When you see someone that is dedicated to you having an on-screen kiss with someone, you melt down. It's like seeing your boo being kissed by a neighbor, knowing that they won't actually take their clothes and stay with a neighbor, but they're just kissing. So it's something like that. They were actually analyzing it like that. So now, SK Khoza, we can talk about the GBV that was happening in his relationship, actually, that actually crumpled everything. Already she was talking there in the show that, what, SK Khoza doesn't know how to pick her side when it comes to people that they're interacting with. Whenever someone comes and then talks bad about Madame, SK Khoza will take that side, and then he will add on whatever that they're talking about, instead of saying, you don't say that about my boo and all that. So we just knew already that SK Khoza and Madam UK, they won't work out, but they are where they are right now, and they're no longer together, but it was still airing. It's still airing, and then it's one of those failed relationships. Now recently, Latoya and Lebo, there's allegation right now that they're sitting in separation. There's actually violence going on between them. Lebu is actually beating Latoya, and as we know, there are many questions when it comes to that relationship, because Latoya has been with a man before. I mean, having kids, multiple kids, like many kids with Rasta, right? And then we just thought that she was actually bottled in that relationship with Rasta. Little did we know that one day she'll really want to move on, and then having someone else. She had someone else, and then that someone else made her pregnant, and then they left her again. So now Lebu came and picked the pieces. Lebu herself was also married, apparently. So now these are two people that lived the life of having a guy and all that, before they came and lived their truth. You know what? We need to do this sisterhood thing. We need to stick together and be together and F the guys. So now we're just gonna do this thing. So now already the relationship, people were already questioning or are questioning because there's no actually fact that they're over. And if you know Latoya, whenever there's a relationship that is ending, she doesn't end it like immediately, right? She goes on and then like swinging it, waiting for things to happen. He did that, she did that. It's just going to be a long tumbling one if this relationship is actually crumbling, if it's true. You know, it's one of those things that we know about her, that she doesn't leave immediately. She waits for the effects and effects to happen, and then now she will dump a person. Now, going back to the show on itself, these people actually are dimming Tumi Morake's reputation, because now there she comes smiling. I picked the best couples, celebrity couples that are there, showcasing their love or celebrating their love and whatever. Now they're out and dusted and like we're no longer together. So now it's a smoke for Tumi Morake actually, because now it's like, how could you just pick people that are going to actually get over every time? Meanwhile, it's not even her fault. It's not her fault, because now if you see some people that are in love, how do you know that tomorrow they won't be in love? You know, it's just not even her own fault. Anyway, it's nobody's fault, because now when you are in a relationship and you can see that it's no longer serving you, it's no longer taking you to where you want to be, you vamos, you get out of that relationship. So now we may say that it's her fault, it's their fault, they're no longer together, or it's nobody's fault. Actually, they're just living their life, and actually it's a good one that whenever they want to get out of the relationship, it doesn't matter if you meet someone today and then tomorrow you don't feel the same. You just don't feel the same. You need to get out of that relationship, and that's it. So now these are the people that are living that truth, and then they don't care what happens, but it is what it is. At that time, things were fine in their relationship, but right now, they're no longer fine. So it's okay for us also, viewers, to know that actually they were just showing us how things were when they were still together. Right now, they're no longer together. So now we really have to move on from that one. Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye.